Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, more terrible news coming out from the folks over at Volkswagen, and this is the worst of all the news that we've talked about so far. 30,000 people are going to end up losing their jobs across the world, the people that are working for Volkswagen. Now, this is a situation that Volkswagen's going to try to do the best that they can. They're going to do a lot of early buyouts and some early retirement packages they're putting together to get rid of some of these folks, to clear up some cash to pay for the whole diesel scandal situation. Now, this is always a really terrible thing when low-end people inside of the company have to pay the ultimate price for the folks at the high end who are making some awful decisions inside of the company. Now, there is a little bit of a silver lining situation, as 9,000 brand new jobs are going to be created as Volkswagen is moving forward with its brand new EV, aka electric vehicle platforms, moving forward that's kind of pretty much going to replace all the diesel technology. More fallout from the Volkswagen situation includes the World Rally Championship team, as at the taping of this program, is about 24 hours ago, was the last power stage for Rally Australia, the season-ending race in the World Rally Championships. And I have to say, Volkswagen, well, they went out like they came in on top. Andreas Mikkelsen taking the rally win in that Rally Australia just under 20 seconds over his 2016 championship winning teammate Sebastian Ogier. Big 1-2-3 finish for the team. It's going to be a very interesting off-season, obviously, now with 3 high-level drivers and high-level crew drivers and a lot of very experienced crew that are going to be on the market. It looks like that all 3 of the drivers and co-drivers will have seats at the party next year, so we'll keep you in tune on that front. But obviously, big attaboy to the folks over at Volkswagen WRC team for this big win, and they're conquering past the several 4 years. Another team and another fallout from the whole diesel scandal is Audi's World Endurance Championship team. And the day of the taping of this particular program was the last event for the 2016 season in Bahrain, and Audi went out on top just like they have over the past several years. I have to say, it's going to be really, really strange not seeing a factory works Audi team actually in endurance, high-level endurance car racing around the world moving. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of these old works machines going to be actually out and about over the next couple of years. Obviously, the silly season is going to be pretty hefty for these folks too, with a lot of team members, drivers, and team principals who are now on the outside looking in, looking for new employment inside of the World Endurance Championship. So it'll be interesting to see over the next several months. More sad news, but nothing to do with Volkswagen. This is actually to do with Renault. Renault showing off the Clio RS-01, this little concept machine that was shown off at the Monaco Grand Prix with hopes of a production run of the hottest of the hot hatches from the folks over at Renault-Sport. Sadly, it sounds like this vehicle's production will never happen. And it's oddly enough due to a vehicle from inside of the company. It's that Alpine concept, that long rumored, that long concept versions of several different concept versions. A lot of production work and a lot of R&D work, especially has cost Renault a little bit more money than they actually initially thought, especially with the fact that they did have a partner for this deal when the whole thing first came together. So apparently the little Clio RS-01 is a casualty of this particular situation and will never make it into production. But obviously, there could be a situation that maybe in the next couple of years it could still happen nonetheless, but we'll have to wait and see on those fronts. Alright, we're done with all the sad news. Let's get on to some good news. And one of these good news situations involves the folks over at McLaren, as they're showing off some teaser artwork for a brand new machine that they're developing that's going to harken back to the past. Harken back to that, remember the McLaren F1? Especially that this vehicle, this new vehicle that's going to be coming out, is going to have the same seating arrangement like the vaunted F1 car back in the day. 3-person seating, so you're going to have a center-mounted driver, and to the right or the left of that particular driver will be seats for passengers. Now, there isn't a whole lot more known about this particular machine, and could there be a situation where they're building this high-end hypercar, much like the Aston Martin Red Bull partnership is building, or the Mercedes AMG group is working on this high-end hypercar with tons of Formula One technology involved in it? So we'll have to wait and see on those fronts, but obviously we'll know a whole lot more, hopefully over the next several months. A little bit of cleanup from the LA Auto Show involves the little Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Now, we talked about this particular machine a couple of episodes ago, but there is some rumors that they are going to try to take this thing to the Nürburgring Nordschleife loop to take on the SUV lap record that's held by the Porsche Cayenne. Now, this vehicle ticks all the right boxes when it comes to this particular situation, including over 500 horsepower, sport-tuned suspension, and carbon ceramic brakes on all four corners. They may have a pretty good shot at taking down the king of Germany, that being Porsche, so we'll have to wait and see on that front. Last up on the list on the machine that debuted in LA is the US version for the brand new Toyota CHR. This is their little, well, crossover slash SUV machine. Now, the vehicle will have a normally aspirated 2-liter i4, making 144 horsepower and 139 pounds-feet of torque. It'll go exclusively through a CVT transmission. The vehicle will be front-wheel drive, at least in the first iteration of this machine. Now, here's the real reason why I want to talk about this, because I'm really excited about Toyota again. Remember back in the day when they used to build some of the coolest cars on the planet, and then they went on that whole ride of selling cars on their perceived quality, their perceived fuel economy, and their perceived resale value. The ugly, boring, dull slush boxes that they built over the past several years. But now we're starting to see these guys kind of get their mojo back and build some really cool cars. Because I have to say, this thing looks fantastic. Cannot wait to see this thing out in the wild, out in person. So I'm really excited about Toyota, really excited about Honda too. They're starting to turn the corner to build some cool stuff again. Two Japanese, vaunted Japanese manufacturers who have done some amazing things back in the past, who quite possibly could be back again building some really cool stuff. So I cannot wait for the future of not only Honda, but from the folks over at Toyota. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. The link's down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. See you again real soon.